All right, so like I was saying, Berto, my fault. Before we got cut off, let's. All right, so this isn't bad. Like, your footwork's pretty good. Just that second step needs to be more forceful, and if you have more force with that second step, you won't need to leave so much in your third step. Okay, so that's my advice here. All right, and just sink your hips a little more. Like get your hips into it more. Be a little more fluid. You're a little bit more robotic here. Like, throw your body into this shit and just run. Just run, snap down. But that second step, if that's more powerful, your third step will be more powerful coming out. All right, so that's a big thing here. All right, this one step speed cut. All right, let me see what else. Let me pull something up for you guys and show you some arrow drill real quick. Here's a good one, I think, from Agadosi. So this is one where if your pads are coming up, like he's 6'7", so we added a little thing to make sure that he was getting low here with his pads. But snap 1, 2, like that's pretty powerful. Now he can be more on his third step. See how he doesn't have all his cleats in the ground. He's coming out of it. He's not so powerful coming out. His second step can be more powerful too, but he's super smooth. See, the biggest thing with him is his body mechanics. See how everything's perfect? He's kind of, his feet are, he's not overextending too much. I just want more power off that third step so he's not stepping underneath himself quite as much. But for a 6'7" guy, that's pretty good right there. Let me show you guys some more examples real quick. Some of these are old. Here's a more recent one of Deuce being more violent. Snap 1, 2. See how violent that is? That one's seamless. That one's pretty damn good. All right, watch how he's attacked. The false accelerate, right? So remember what I talked about in that false accelerate video. The key is this trigger step. See how that's attacking? He's going low to lower. He's attacking. He's sinking into it. That's what's going to sell that you're going vertical to the last second. Okay, is this trigger step, this attack step right there. Like, you got to make sure, Berto, that you need to. Anyway, what we need to do more here is just throw our bodies into it like he's doing. Snap 1, 2. Really get your hips involved. Okay, but you can see even from the last rep, that first rep was over the summer. Here he is now closer to the winter time. And snap 1, 2. He's way more violent with that second step. Snap 1, 2. Every step is violent. He's out of that pretty smooth. And again, he's 6'7". So it's not easy to do. I'm gonna show you guys one more on the arrow drill. All right, here's Juwann and Dremel from over the summer. These guys are both really good at it. Here's Dremel. He's very, very smooth. Snap 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, I think he's trying to get out of it a little too quick. Here's Juju falling over himself a bit, a little bit overextended. All right. Watch him go again. There's Jihad. All right. Let me show you Juwann real quick. Juwann's got a pretty good rep of this. Juwann plays for the Broncos, for anybody who doesn't know. Snap 1, 2. Powerful. It's fucking money right there. Ready? Snap 1, 2. Every step to stop yourself. It's smooth. It's powerful. He's coming. He's extending. He's coming forward. He's sinking his hips. He's selling vertical. Look at how perfect his body mechanics are. This is a fucking money rep, let me tell you. Explode into that trigger step. Bring that back foot through in front of you. Start to turn your hips. Powerful off that third step. And come running through. That's pretty good. 1, 2. Come back out. Watch how he makes a point to keep his head down. The last thing out of your break is your eyes. Your foot placement in that third step should just be right in front of you. So snap 1. It's just turned inside, right? You should be facing the sideline if you were running a real route. But you just got to be turned inside. But that foot is right underneath you, right in front of you. Just turn your hips inside. Watch how he's square. He's square here, right? Square through the trigger step. Square, turn and gather, turn, plant, and explode out. All right, so I'm square through the trigger step. Square, turn and gather. No, Mikey, the biggest reason that you overextend and the biggest reason that you slip coming out is because your eyes come early. Okay, so watch this example right here. I think it happens on one of these examples. Okay, so watch their eyes come early. So watch Juju. It might happen with Juju. No, that one he overextends a little bit. But I think it happens with Jihad right here. So to see how a little bit, how his upper body, see how his upper body's going one way and his feet are going the other way? That's why you slip. Because you want to keep your head down over that front foot and finish your work first. And he's going to create more power. His eyes aren't coming too early, but he's just not creating power because his head is coming out of it more. That's the biggest reason why you slip. It's because your upper body and lower body are disjointed. And your upper body's going one way and your lower body's going the other way. All right, as opposed to Juwann, watch how perfectly aligned Juwann is, right? Snap 1, 2. See how that's over his toes still. So he's making a point to look at that third step to make sure that his chest is still over his toes. He's looking at that third step. He wouldn't do that in a game, but just for the drill purposes. Watch him look at that third step, right? If you can still stare at it, that means that your eyes aren't coming out early. All right, so again, he's looking. I don't know. Sorry, I broke up. He's looking at that third step. He's looking at it. And by looking at the third step, just for the drill purposes, see how his eyes are down? That makes sure that your eyes aren't coming out early and your body mechanics are perfect. All right, anyway, let's move on real quick. So Berto, so now Berto onto the one cut speed cut. All right, real quick. Let's talk about this. So Berto then went to, he was showing us the one cut speed cut. All right, so it's hard to see with this. I'm just going to talk to you guys about this speed cut drill. All right, here's Leonte, plays for the Dolphins. Okay, one cut. So you just want to run around this cone. So it's break, drive, line. All right, the key is getting this break foot is violent, break. That drive foot's got to be in front of you. Okay, so break, drive, line. Is it still pausing, guys, or is it working? Is it still? Let me know if it's still pausing or if it's working or what. I don't know. I just went through a whole me talk and there was nothing wrong, and now all of a sudden this thing's screwing up. It's still pausing? It's working now? All right, so here we go. So anyway, the one cut, speed cut, okay, break, drive, line. You want to be powerful, okay? So you're one step. So it's break, drive, line. Get off your toes, get all your cleats in the ground, okay? But you want to just run around this, and the key is extending that drive step in front of you so you're not stepping underneath yourself, okay? So here's Deuce. I think Deuce's is okay. Break, drive, line. Just run around it. Keep your arms pumping. Get your head and shoulders around. All right, that's the one cut, speed cut. All right, let's go to, I think this is Charlie's film. Or whose film is this? No, this is Uno Turbo's film. This is Emmanuel's film. Emmanuel, I hope you're watching. If not, you can go, we'll record this. You can go back and watch. All right, so let's talk about this. So now we're talking about this pressure step progression drill. Okay, there's some confusion on this. This isn't bad. Okay, this isn't bad at all. All right, I first of all, what I would say, what's up? First of all, I would say is get rid of the cones. Okay, I just want you to go off rhythm. I want you to go off rhythm. Keep your eyes up. I don't want you to be worried about stepping to a certain cone. So get rid of the cones and just go off steps and rhythm. So I like your body control here. You're not reaching. I want you to hold those first two progression steps a little bit longer. Just hold them. Prove to me that you're really under control. You're snapping down right underneath yourself and you're pausing. All right, and now you want to get out of these pressure steps as fast as possible. You're bending your knee a little bit too much and sinking into them a little bit too much. All right, so let's just watch some of these. Okay, here's a good one from Dremel. I thought I collected a bunch of it. All right, so here he is. Here he's paused. And now watch how quickly he gets out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. All right, it's smooth. And this isn't even his best one. All right, but he's getting out of each one of these. All right, I'm trying to... I had this somewhere for you guys. Drill programs. Real quick. I'm just trying... I put these somewhere. I thought I had more for you. My fault. Hold on. But anyway, we can watch this. This is kind of the weekly maintenance we talked about. All right, so watch Dylan. Here's a good example too for Dill. All right, Dylan plays at Princeton here. He's reaching a little bit too much. I don't like how much he's reaching there. He's overextending, but then watch. That's when he's stopping, right? He's reaching a little bit too much. I've kind of started to coach this differently the more we've been doing it. There he's falling over himself. I want him to stop. But there, see how it's right underneath him? He's getting in and out of it seamlessly. All right, his pressure steps are really good. Here's Nestor. Nestor's pretty good too. Getting in and out of it seamlessly. That even there, he's a little bit overextended. You can see just like, you can tell when it's a really seamless transition, there's no wasted time at all. Nestor's reaching a little bit. He gets better as it goes on. Here's Nick. Nick plays at Maryland. He's really good. Right there. Get out. Get out. It's seamless. See how seamless that is? See how seamless this is? This is what we're going for. Zero time in between these one-step cuts. They're aggressive. They're powerful. But you're accelerating through with zero wasted movement. All right? Let's see how Nestor goes in this one. Reaching a little bit out of his framework, but that's not bad. He's getting out of it. Watch Nick. He's better. All right? Right underneath you. Not reaching at all. It's subtle. It's powerful. All right? So hopefully you guys can see that. I like the one-leg bounds are a good way to create power. Everything we had in that progression. I just thought I had... Oh, here we go. Where is this thing? All right. So here's some good ones. So let's watch these. So this is when we were just messing around with it, okay? But don't drag your back foot. I don't want you to drag your back foot, but I like the idea of like mixing in the bounds with it as well. Again, we're just fucking around, but the bounds are a good way to create force and create power off one step and then explode out. See how seamless this is? And watch how he's matching his foot placement. Watch where his foot lands. Right underneath him. Right underneath him. Right underneath him. Right underneath him, right? It's all the same place. Right underneath him. Right underneath him. His foot's hitting the same place. That's the point of the drill. You guys understand that? The point of the drill is to do these different explosive exercises and get your foot to hit the same spot over and over and over. Hold on real quick. All right, so there's Dremel again. Here's Dylan. Here's a good one from Dylan. I just want you to hold that more. Hold it more. But then get out. Get out. See how powerful that is? Shit is powerful. You're trying to create power. You're trying to make it seamless. Okay? Seamless. One more. I'm going to show you guys one more. Here's MJ. MJ's pretty good. MJ plays at Fordham. Hold. Again, pick that back foot up. I don't want you dragging that back foot, but it's right underneath you. It's powerful. All right? Just make sure we're not dragging that back foot. There's Nick again. Right underneath you. It's powerful. Pick that back foot up. Get running through these breaks. All right? Yeah, so here's Nest. You can see how much better Nestor's gotten at this, too. It's like, it's cool. I have Nestor film from, like, start to finish on this. Okay? Look how much better he's gotten. See how much more explosive he is in this the rep we showed before? It's dope to see. He's way, way better. Underneath him more, and now he's getting out. No wasted movement. He's getting out. That's money right there. All right, so yes, so Vale asks, WBM Vale asks, so as long as your foot ends up at the same spot, so you want your foot to end up in the same spot, and it should be underneath you. It's both, but you're trying to emulate that same explosive foot placement every time you're doing this drill. All right. All right, now here's a great one. So here's Keyshawn, and he's way out of control. Okay, look how much this is screwing him up. Look how wide his feet are. See, we can't get out of this because he's so out of control. Everything's out and sloppy and out of, like, watch him. Too wide. See him reaching? Too wide. See him reaching? He's out of control. Why are you extending like that? That doesn't help you get out. That is not a good position to be in to create a seamless transition. You're leaving the ground. Your knee has to bend to absorb the contact. It's taking him forever to get out of here. Okay, it should be seamless. Look how much he's got to gather. We want to be powerful and subtle. Okay, we want to be powerful and subtle. 3 steps between each cut. So it's 1-2 stick, 1-2 stick. So will the hold be a good test to make sure you're not overreaching? Exactly, Jake. Exactly. So Jake just fight, and that's how it comes together, right? So the point of the hold is that for you to really hold underneath yourself and not fall, right? You have to hold. See how Dremel's right underneath himself? If you overextend, you're gonna reach. You're gonna fall over. You're gonna have to absorb it. Like the test is right underneath yourself and stop on a dime. And now match that. See how it's the same foot placement? See how that, look at where he's sticking right there. See that right there? Now look at this. It's exactly the same. Does that make sense? It's exactly the same right here. You want to emulate that, but now all the power and stabilizing muscles it takes to stop yourself, all the glute muscles, the hamstring muscles, the quad muscles, the calf muscles, everything it takes to stop yourself can now be transitioned into creating power out of these cuts. That's the point of this drill. Match the same foot placement right here, emulate it right here, and now all those stabilizing muscles, transition them to create power and explode out of each cut. All right, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. That was as good as I could explain it. All right, so that's that pressure step progression. Damn, I opened a lot of videos. All right, so let me go back. Let me go back to Emmanuel's film. All right, so Emmanuel, so you understand? So Emmanuel, the other thing here, you're short striding a little bit. I want you to open your stride and then get used to opening your stride and putting it on an open stride, snapping underneath you. Okay, if you're short striding, that's not the same as when you're running full speed. I need you to open your stride and snap underneath you. Open your stride, snap underneath you, and then really commit to these cuts more. See how your shoulders are still square? I don't want your shoulders to be square. Like turn, commit to the cut, and stick off it, and don't drag your feet. I don't want to see that turf flaring up. That's really not a bad rep. It's really not a bad rep. Just continue to get comfortable with it. Yeah. No cones. No cones. Get your eyes up. Make sure you guys get your eyes up. All this shit. Get your eyes up. Eyes up. That's good. That's not bad. That's pretty good. See, oh yeah, hell yeah. Much better. Much better rep when you got the cones out of there. You can be more explosive. Okay, get your eyes up again, but this is not bad. Your foot, you're emulating the foot pretty good. I like that. All right, so more powerful. You're in too much of a rush here to get out. See how choppy and like quick those steps are? I want them to be more powerful. I want them to absorb. I want your hips to absorb these breaks a little more. Okay, and be more powerful in and out. This isn't bad. Drop break line. Drop break line. Inside on the square break. This isn't bad. Drop break line. Again, just open your stride more. You're short stepping. I don't like how much you're short striding. Sell vertical with your body language. Drop break line, not bad. All right. Emmanuel, hit me up. DM me if you got more questions on that, but that was pretty good. All right, I think this is Charlie's film right here. So Charlie's doing the duck walk. Charlie, you still on? I hope. Charlie's doing the duck walk. It's pretty good. Okay, you're just getting those hips going. All right, good wide base. All right, good wide base. So your hip, so your foot is outside your hip. Okay, your knee is not coming too far inside your hip, and look how much his hips are wiggling. It's good wiggle. Subtle down low, just good wiggle. All right, just understand, like, this isn't a drill that, like this is just getting you comfortable shifting your hips. It's just getting you comfortable playing on your insteps. Like a lot of people get crazy about the duck walk. It's a warm-up exercise, okay? It's hard for some athletes to get used to playing on their insteps and shifting and creating a back and forth shift. Like, a lot of guys are not good at it, shifting left to right and creating a violent hip shift. This is just getting you a little comfortable doing that, all right? If you don't like it, don't do it. You can be a good player without it. But I've had a lot of guys with stiff hips loosen their hips up. I've had a lot of guys who don't know how to shift people get comfortable. The kid Dremel, the little white kid who's unbelievable, like, there's one of the smoothest kids ever shown on film. That kid could not shift his hips for the world when I met him, and now he's pretty wiggly. And we give the duck walk a lot of credit. But this is not something I'm trying to force down people's throats. It gets very controversial with people. But Charlie, that was a pretty good duck walk. If you guys got more questions about the duck walk, let me know. All right. All right, so now here's Charlie on the pressure step progression. So Charlie, we just watched a bunch of these, so hopefully you get it. But here's another good example everyone can learn from. All right. The holds are good. See how long you're taking in between each cut? Sorry. See how long you're taking. So the holds are good. Really good hold. You're reaching a little bit too much, though. All right, now that I watched it back again, let me show you. All right, see how extended you are? I don't want you being that fully extended. I want you snapping right underneath yourself. See what I'm saying, Charlie? Don't extend. That's too far to extend. You're reaching. You're practicing reaching right here. You're doing a great job stabilizing yourself. That I like. That shows me you got strong, powerful legs and you got good balance. Okay, good body control. But you're reaching. I don't want you to reach. You shouldn't be jumping and lunging at it. You should be snapping down underneath yourself. Because then you're reaching here too. See how much you're reaching? You can't get out of it. You're gonna get locked up with those cuts. And you're a pretty good player. All right, but these got to be underneath you. You're trying to get in and out of this transition as smooth as possible. I want to spend way less time. All right, I don't want to be overextended. I want to spend way less time getting in and out of this. All right, just like this, just to reiterate. All right, just to watch these again. Okay, watch Dremel at the end here. Right? Watch how he's out. He's out. Like it's like a flash. All right, it's one step and it's powerful and you're gone. One step, powerful and you're gone. Hold and now get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. All right, so we want to spend as little time as possible, okay, on those pressure steps. All right, as little time as possible on those pressure steps. Could you post the good examples so we can study them? So, listen. So this entire talk. So just me being who I am, doing my job. Some of the best content from this talk just now was that pressure step progression. So I'm definitely gonna make a post about the pressure step progression like I did last week. So last week I made the square cut ones. I made the false accelerate ones. So I'll definitely make a pressure step progression one this week. So WBM Vale was asking, can I post those? I'll post that, but also make sure you guys, if you guys aren't getting the emails, DM me. This entire video, this entire live talk will be posted to YouTube and it will be sent to you via email. So you can rewatch this as much as you want. You can rewind it. You can take notes. All right, that's one thing I'm doing with all these Bean Talks on Tuesdays. They'll be posted on Bean Talk. They'll be posted on YouTube. They'll be posted. They'll be sent to you in the newsletter. I'm gonna get them posted on Patreon eventually. I'm a little behind on Patreon. All right, but that'll be there for you. All right, so here's a great question. All right, so let's talk about the false accelerator real quick. Let's talk about this shit, okay? Because we're gonna talk about this, and then we are gonna continue on. So Emmanuel asked, will dropping my hips create more power in and out of my breaks, and how do I combine being explosive and quick at the top of my break? So great question. Here's what I want you to think about. Yes, dropping your hips will create more power. Do not think about being quick. Just think about being powerful. Okay? If your footwork is maximized and you're getting out in the least amount of steps as possible, then you never have to worry about being quick. The footwork is already as efficient as it can be. Just worry about being powerful, and that power will create the force you need and create the explosion you need. Okay, so if we're talking about a false accelerate, we're talking about a curl. Okay, you're getting out in a curl. If you go snap 1-2, it is physically impossible to get out any quicker than 3 steps if you're running a 12-yard full speed curl. You cannot get out in 2 steps. Maybe Ocho Cinco can. Nobody on this planet Earth can actually get out in 2 steps. So if you're using the right footwork and you're getting out in 3 steps, don't worry about being quick. You can't be any quicker. Just worry about being powerful. Just worry about sinking your hips and driving into it. Snap 1-2. All right, let's pull this shit up. Let's pull this shit up. So this is from last week. This is that we were watching last week. Okay? So again, right? Not worried about being fast, worried about being powerful. Okay? So if I maximize power with every step, Jesus, what was I doing? If I maximize power with every step, right? Snap 1, 2. He's not worried about being quick. He's just being powerful, and he's selling that violent hip drop, sells vertical to the last second. Okay, just worry about being powerful. As long as you're now listen, if you're taking a bunch of choppy steps, then you got to worry about him being quick. But if you're taking powerful steps, you don't have to worry about quickness. If you're taking efficient steps, you don't have to worry about quickness. You worry about power. Okay, so here's this drill right here. This is what this drill is emphasizing, right? You're dropping your hips. Snap 1. Snap 1. Right? Power. Snap 1, 2. And you're getting out. It's powerful. He's not in a rush to get out. He's maximizing every step. Stop yourself with every step. Create power with every step. You're not in a rush, okay? You're creating power because I'm using the best footwork I can possibly use. I'm training myself to make this muscle memory so I don't have false steps. I don't take 4 steps. I'm only ever taking 3 steps. And if I'm always using the most efficient footwork, I only have to worry about power. Snap 1, 2. See how powerful that is? He's showing his eyes opposite. Snap 1, 2. That's powerful. All right? Again, let's watch these guys. Again, power. Watch him. Snap 1, 2. This is the beginning stages for Deuce. Snap 1, 2. That's powerful. He's not hurrying. He's not in a rush. Look at Mo. He's throwing his whole body into this shit. Shitty film, but he's throwing his whole body into this. See how he's turning inside. Okay, everything's got to be powerful. Here's Dremel. He is trying to be too quick. See how Dremel's trying to be too quick right here? And see how he doesn't get any power off that third step? Here's a great fucking example. It's crazy how this shit works out. All right, here's him trying to be too quick and worried about being quick. He has no power off the third step. It's smooth, but it's not powerful. He's not running out of his break. A DB who's matching his steps is going to lock this shit up because he's not powerful coming out of it. Watch Mo. Mo is powerful running out of this. He's running out of this shit. It's a little slow motion, so it's hard to tell, but he's running out of this. He's powerful. He's coming running. There's momentum coming out of this. Dremel's getting stuck. Dremel's not running out of it. He's getting stuck for a tad because it's too light on his feet. Be more powerful. Okay, watch KD. So this I sent him back because his first step wasn't powerful enough. I sent him back. Right? That's not powerful. He's not sinking his hips enough in that first step. Get all your cleats in the ground. Now watch this. Powerful. Sink your hips. Ready? Snap 1, 2. See how powerful that is? So anyway, always power over speed. All right? Always power over speed. Do you want to come completely back to the ball when you're running out of it? Yes. That's how you create separation. You're saying more powerful on the steps out instead of trying so hard quickly to get your feet off the ground and out. Yes, exactly. Again, right? So like if you are drop, break, line, that's 3 steps to get in and out of an in. Drop hard, break hard, and accelerate in. That's it. Create force. Snap 1, 2, create force. So trying to be too fast is what causes you to get stuck at the top of the route. I mean, Mike, yeah, a million things happen. But for you, yeah, you're a quick little kid. Like, yeah, probably trying to be too fast and not committing to it enough, not being powerful enough. Like I should hear every step. But like a lot of things happen to get stuck. If your eyes come early, you'll get stuck. If you're being too quick and taking too many steps, like you want to create power with every step. But Charlie asked, do you want to come running back to the ball completely? Yes. Like there's that great clip. Let me see if I can find this shit real quick. I have this great clip of Sanu talking about the way you create separation is not stopping yourself. It's stopping and running out of it. Let me see if I can find this. Anyway, what other questions you guys have at the bottom? Hopefully I answered all of them. Sanu catching fundamentals. I can't remember if this one was it or not. What's up, Greg? Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm just trying to find this. This would be cool if I could find it. But anyway, so Mo talks about he goes the one thing about my routes that is I don't stop running. Right? I never stop running when I'm running my routes because the way you create separation is not how fast you can stop. It's how fast you can stop and get back out. All right, so like yes, always come running back out of the ball. Damn, this sucks. It'd be great to find this. What other questions you guys got? So now listen. Now when I say always come running out of the ball, that's on like curl routes and comeback routes. Like some routes, like a hitch route, you don't come running back. A hitch route is timing. Anything that's timing wise, a hitch route, a stop route that's already thrown before you break, you stop on a dime and the ball should be on its way. But when you're competing for the football, like a curl, you got to come running back. What other questions you guys have? So would you say stopping and running out of it would be the number one priority of the route? I mean, yeah, any stopping route, yeah, stopping efficiently and running out of it efficiently, that's the number one priority, I would say, for sure. I'm going to show you an example of Keenan Allen in a second of him stopping. I'm just still obsessed with looking for this video of Mohamed Sanu not running. All right, anyway. Play on your insteps, too quick. Is there an angle you want with that second foot? Just like turned inside. Like, I don't overthink that too much, but just like if you saw what we were talking about before, just start to turn it inside. That is not like a precise angle, but just start to turn inside. So here, just because I have this one right here. So Liam, will the trigger step always be on the same foot, like inside or outside foot? So Liam, yeah, Jappa, it is NFL training session 006. I made a little like micro content from it. I just don't know where it is. It's dope that you know that though. All right, so anyway, will the trigger step always be on the same foot? So it's always in the direction you want to go, Liam. Sorry, opposite direction you want to go with the trigger step. So like if you're running a curl, it's on your outside step. It's snap on your outside, 1, 2, come inside. If you're running a comeback, it's on your inside step. You snap on your inside, 1, 2, come outside. All right, so your trigger step is just opposite where you want to go for the most part. J Day, thoughts on hitch and goes and how to sell the hitch. Run the first route fully. On hitch and goes, the more patient you are, the more open you'll be. So run up, run the hitch, sell it, be patient, and then go. Hitch and goes do not have to be a 50-yard throw. They can be a 25-yard throw, a 20-yard throw. Just sell it and make sure he commits and bites on it. All right. Liam Tate McCarthy says, Charlie said, versus press on a curl, would you rather have an outside release or inside release? I'd rather have an inside. The best way to win on a curl. We were showing this in the regular bean talk. 3 quicks to get inside. He leaves them. Boom. See ya. Once you get inside, the route's over. I mean, this is an exaggerated example, but once you get inside right here, 1, 2, 3. 3 quicks. One of my favorite releases to get inside. 2 quicks to attack his leverage, right? 2 quicks to get vertical, attack his leverage, make him glue to you, right? 2 quicks, and then 1 hard step outside, head and shoulder fake. He jumps outside. Now, once you've won inside, Charlie, it's over, man. Like, once you get inside right here, the route's over. And so I always love winning early on these curls. It's a lot harder to win at the top than it is to go right now. All right, so that's the money right there. All right, let me pull this up real quick. I think this is what I was talking about. Hold on.
Whenever I break, I don't stop running. That's what creates separation. People think create separation is because how fast you can stop. No, it's how fast you can stop and get back, get out.
Whoa,
That's how you create.
Where is this playing from?
A lot of stuff I learned from. We're gonna teach everybody.
Yeah.
And then you do trial and error. Practice.
It's cool because like you don't really have limited time.
Oh, here it is. So that was exactly it. Appreciate you for sending this to me. All right, so listen.
Oh, you on the beam? Pass that beam. Yo, Mo.
That football's a beam. Or like he's on the beam right now.
Top it on his beam top.
As you see it on my routes, I don't stop running. Whenever I break, I don't stop running. That's what creates separation. People think create separation is because how fast you can stop. No, it's how fast you can stop and get back, get out. That's how you create separation. A lot of stuff I learned from. We're gonna teach everybody.
Yeah.
And then we do trial and error.
Trial and error, man. I'm telling you.
It's cool because like you don't really have limited time. It's all day. You just keep
Working on it. That's the thing. You go to high school, college, NFL. That's your business. You know what I'm saying? This is what you do.
From the sidelines, we gotta hustle cause we gotta eat. From the lines, we got some goals that we still gotta reach.
Anyway, thank you for sending that to me, Susan. I have another one, but yeah, that was it. So anyway, that was what I'm trying to show. James Matson, this is a dumb question, but when I'm in my stance, does it matter what foot I have forward? Play with your inside foot forward. Inside foot closest to the ball forward. You can vary that, but for our purposes, I want you playing with your inside foot forward. All right, how do you run corner routes when the DB is playing loose outside leverage? Okay. All right, corner route versus loose outside leverage. Okay, corner route. Sharon Grant. Loose outside leverage. You attack his leverage first. Hold on, sorry. You attack his leverage first, okay? I'm going to get you in a second, Emmanuel. All right, so see how he stretches him outside, attack his leverage. Okay, if he really wants to play outside leverage, figure out how badly does he want to stay outside of you. Does he really want to stay outside of you? Make him, because if he's there, if he's aligned outside leverage, he's aligned that way because he wants to take the outside away. So go test him right now and figure out how jumpy he's going to be. If he really wants to protect the outside, he's going to jump outside and cut you off and you can slip back inside. But in this case, he's slow playing a little bit. He gives you the outside right away. So now you get there, you've captured his outside shoulder. Give him 1-2, a hip shift back into him, and slide away. Slide away. Then you know when he's off balance, he's going to give you hands, and you're ready with the shed. Hold your line, and now once you've gotten outside of him, you can win. Okay? All right? You just got to attack this angle. If he were to jump outside of you, what would you do? You would win inside here, and then you would give a move at the top and vertical set him. All right? So let's see if we can... So hopefully that answers your question. Let me see if I can pull up a few more. Let's say corner route. All right, let's see. So there's Janarian. We just saw that one. All right, anyway, so here's Andrew Hawkins, right? So here's, these are simpler. So now, right? So now let's say he's outside leverage here. Similar situation, right? Let's say he's outside leverage here. Stick him outside. Now he jumps outside to cut you off. Now you win inside. Okay, now you either just win with speed over the top, or if he's still threatening you right here, you give a 1-2 at the top. Okay, if he's trailing tighter to you, you can give a move at the top. If you beat him this badly, you just give a speed cut. All right. I tried to do the same and stack on the corner while the DB is playing outside, but I feel like it's more time consuming. I mean, you just got to play fast and make a decision. Like you can't just run stuff in straight lines. Like, you know what I mean? You got to attack. So the key, let me show you this release. I think we've talked about this before, and then I'm going to get to your question in a second, Manuel. I got to be out soon, just so you guys know. So the key on this, right, is this slot stretch release. Okay, J-Day? So So the slot stretch release is just attacking these angles and make him make a decision. Same DB, actually. Different receiver, same DB. It's mad funny. Andre was always down for a beating. All right, so see how he gets outside, he makes him make a decision, right? Take this healthy angle outside. Attack 2 yards outside. Then it clears up how he wants to play. Does he want to sit inside of you? Fine. This is what I'm talking about, right? So if you run in a corner, it'd be opposite. But he sits inside of you, boom, make a move at the top. Or is he really going to jump outside to cut you off? Where you take that healthy angle, he's got all his momentum out there, boom, then you can slip inside and you've already won. So same exact idea for the corner route, just different execution. It's going to be the opposite execution once you break in. All right, if you win here on a corner route, now you got to use the hip shift at the top, okay? As opposed to if you win here on the corner route, that's when you've already won and you can just stick your foot in the ground. All right, but just take that angle and have 2 plans, okay? Was running goal line one-on-one. Was running goal line one-on-ones in our Monday session. Me and my quarterback are having a tough time completing it. I ran it from the slot and the DB. What route are you talking about? Oh, the corner route. Let me see if I have a red zone corner route somewhere here. Individual routes, red zone fade, red zone dig. I don't think I have any red zone corner routes. But the key on red zone corner routes in general, these just aren't the ones that I want. So, like, here's a decent example. They're a little deeper than what I'm talking about. You were talking about goal line, all right? But, like, so, like, just push your depth. So, like, the biggest thing guys do on the goal line, right? So, the corner is being run by number 3 right here. The biggest thing guys do on the goal line is as soon as somebody touches you, you'll break off, okay? What I would like you to do on the goal line, is ideally, if you're on like the 4-yard line, right, I'd like you to break like right here. I'd like you to break 3 yards into the end zone. Okay, the longer you push your depth, then you can just speed cut to the corner. Okay, that's what I'm a big believer on in these red zone corner routes is just push your depth 4 yards deep into the goal, into the end zone, 5 yards deep, and just speed cut to the corner. I think that's a pretty good way to win. I don't have any good examples here. Damn, red zone fade, red zone dig, no red zone corners. I feel like I have red zone corners somewhere. Anyway, but does that make sense? So just push your depth on the goal line. That'll help you. But yeah. You guys got any more questions? I'm about to be out. Let's see if I can find this one thing real quick for you. Push through depth. This is not it. All right. Anyone else got anything? We're going to be out pretty soon. I'm just trying to look. What was yours? Awesome Baby Sean. So my cousin is Tavon Austin, and he always tells me that you want to push hard every step and then snap it off last minute. Is him saying push hard every step the same thing as you saying be more powerful? Yes. 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 You want every step to be maximized, right? So like a lot of you guys waste steps, right? So like you'll just pitter patter, you'll toe tap, you'll have light steps. Like every step should be maximized. You're either using that step to dig you vertical and run fast, or using that step to aggressively stop yourself and change direction. Everything is powerful. Everything is hard. Everything's aggressive. So yes, Baby Sean, that's awesome that your cousin's Tavon Austin. That's what a great reference, or what a great resource for you. But yeah, that's exactly what he's saying. He's saying every step should be hard. Every step has a purpose, right? I'm either digging into the ground to push vertical, or I'm digging into the ground to stop myself, or I'm digging into the ground to change direction. You know what I'm saying? Everything's hard. Everything's powerful. That's great. Going into rookie camp, how do I stand out? Just be the best player you can be. Don't worry about standing out. Just be the best player you can be. Don't worry. You're worried about shit you can't control now. As soon as you start worrying about standing out, you're worried about other people's opinions of you. Just fucking play hard and be the best player you can be, and let the chips fall where they may. If you're good enough, you'll be noticed. If you're not good enough, you won't be noticed. Period. Go fucking play your balls off. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. All right. Outside leverage. A comeback versus outside leverage. I'm going to show this to you guys, and then we're out. All right. Let me find comeback versus outside leverage. So here is a couple ones. So here's Ocho Cinco running this from back in the day. So there's a couple. So if he's outside leverage, right? At the top, you have a couple options. So if he's outside leverage at the top, your answer is to power in and power out of this as fast as you can. So he goes snap 1, 2, and he power in. He can power in, power out. So like if he's running on your outside hip, right? If you give that Richie James effect, the 49ers guy we watched, and you snap into it, snap out, you can use the momentum against him and still finish outside. Okay? Now here's one. Okay, well, let's say he's head up leverage at the line. Head up leverage at the line. You win inside, so again, he's on your outside hip, and now you lean into him and you use a little throw by at the top. Okay, as you're coming down, see how it's low. All right, and as you're breaking down, you can throw them by at the top. There's another way to win that versus outside leverage. Okay, and then here's the one I really want to find is attack leverage. No, hold on one sec. I'm just looking for. I gotta update this shit. Let me tell you. Stretch release versus press, but that's not the one I'm looking for. All right, hold on. If you guys remember that Deshaun Jackson. All right, so now here's another technique you can use outside leverage. Right, so outside leverage comeback. So you attack his leverage outside right away. Stem him outside. Push vertical to get him to turn his hips. Then instead of snapping out like he does, just break on the comeback. Right, so attack his leverage outside. Snap it vertical, and then boom, snap down at a 45-degree angle. All right, so those are the three techniques. Trust your feet at the top and power out. Boom, right here, get him to flip his hips with that vertical stem, or use the throw by. You guys are the best. I'll tell you how much I enjoy these Bean Talks so much more than the regular ones because we actually get to real shit, real questions here. It's dope. But thank you guys for staying on. It's late. DM me, email me. You know, I'm here for you. Like I was saying, like the biggest thing I want to provide for you guys with this VIP program is just access to me. And so I'm here for you. So if you need anything, DM me. I'll get back to you. Send me film. You know the deal. Good night, guys. Peace.